Okay, so here we are in the main menu in VelociDrone, and what I'm going to be doing is going into the track editor. I've turned off all the sounds so that it's not going to overlay my voice. I've just left on sound effects, but no motor noises and no music. So if we go to the track editor, and we're going to build our track in the countryside scene. That's the one that's got the kind of space we need for this track. Select that scenery, do create new track. So just wait a few seconds for it to load up. Okay, here we go. So we've got a nice big area, as you can see. It's coming up. We've got a really nice big field here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the start finish gate, these flags here, put this kind of in the middle here, so that should give me plenty of room. Let's just position this a little bit. So I've got my object positioner down here, so we'll put this at, let's have a little look. Zero. Let's get a bit closer, a bit more resolution on moving this. Okay, and we know our track is 55 meters, so if I put that at 55, 120 meters by 55 meters was the approximate track size. So I put that at 55. I know that if I go to 0 back from here, then my track's going to be the right width. Okay, so let's put a start grid on here in line with our start finish, and that obviously needs to be at 55 as well. Again, a bit closer for a bit more resolution. There we go. Just move it back a bit. Okay. Right, so the next thing we need is a flag, and I'll bring the track design up again in a sec, but there was a flag as you went through here. There was a flag off to the right, and then it went around a flag and then through a gate. So we need a flag. Let's pick a green one, put a flag on here. Right. So if we get in a bit closer, you can see on the flag here there's the reset point and there's a little cone here. So the bit that you're going to fly through is in front of the flag here. So we want to come through here and then fly around this flag, which means that we need to rotate this flag a little bit. It needs a 90-degree rotation on it. So I pressed E, hold down Control, and then I can do rotations in 15-degree increments until I get my 90 degrees like that. Press W for movement once again. So let's just have a quick look at the distance between these. So I've got 20 meters between these at the moment. I reckon I need it's about a quarter of the length of the track with the distance between the start finish gate and the first flag. So this needs to be at about 30 meters. So I'll move this out 30 meters. Like so. And let's just have a little look from above, because there was kind of you came through here and then you needed to swing out to go around this flag, so I probably want to just create a little bit more. So we're going to have to come out like that then go back in to go around the next flag. So the next flag wants to be about 30 meters on from this one, so use a red one this time. So we're going to come down here, around there, and then we had to kind of go around like that and then through the gate. So this flag here, I probably want to rotate this one the opposite direction. So just come in here and hold down Control, and we get 90-degree rotation on there like that. So we kind of want to go like this, and then around there, and then around there. And the distance between these again wants to be about 30 meters. So we're at 23 at the moment. So this needs to go up to about 60, like that. So we're going around there, and then around that one. Let's push it that way a bit more. Like that, like that. Yeah, that kind of has the feel of the track. Let's just bring the track up again. And it's there we go. So here's our track. So we kind of come out here, and this distance here, this looks like it's possibly possibly a third of the 50 meters in. So third of our 55 meters, about 17 meters, 18 meters, yeah, about 18 meters is the distance we want that in. So, and this one here is 00055, and we've got 18 meters, 38. It's going to be like that, and then it's that looks more than the picture. I'll look at the picture here again. It's certainly more of a turn-in than this. This is just a slight. This is like a slight bend, more pronounced bend. But that looks a bit too much to me. Let's just bring this back. Think about there. Yeah, that looks more like it. Okay, now one of the things we need is let's just get the perspective on this back. Okay, so what the idea was that you come round here and then you go to that side of the flag, but we need the player to circle this flag and then go back that way. So what I think we should do is we should put a invisible flag on here, possibly in the opposite direction. So let's just go to our invisible. So we've got an invisible flag here. Let's just rotate that. So that's the opposite. Let's just undo that, Control Z. I want to control rotate it to exactly 90 degrees. Like that. Yeah, looks about right. Okay, let's position this. Let's get right in close. Just press F to get in really close on this so I can get the perspective of this right. Let's put the flag in approximately exactly the same place, and of course the area you're going to have to fly through is towards the front of the flag. So we're going to get our player to go down through there, and then I think that should then make them circle around and go back this way. Yeah, that'll probably do it. We'll try it on the track. We'll give it a test run when we've finished. Okay, so the next thing we want is a gate. So we're going to fly through a gate, and it's going to be one of these gates here. It needs to be at 90 degrees, so press E, hold down Control, rotate through 90 degrees like so. So let's press W now to go back to movement, and we want this. Let's just go back to the picture. A quick look at the picture. Yeah, so this is over to the left of this gate, so it looks to me like it's, even this bit here is not in line with this flag. It's quite a bit this way. So let's have a little look. That's probably okay where it is there actually. Now I've got all the way to 0 to work with here, so we'll push this back. Let's look at the diagram and get a feel for where that is. It's just beyond the middle, I guess. Which is kind of where I've got that at 20 meters. Let's put it exactly at 20. Okay, so exactly 20. And then we're going to go just around a flag, and that's going to be at 0 to give us our kind of 55 meter distance. So we need another flag, and that looks like it's going to be just to the left of this gate. So another flag. So we've got green, red. Okay, so another blue one this time. Put it just to the left. It needs to be out at 0. So let's go all the way back to nearly 0. That's at 0. And then we want to fly around the back of this flag, so this needs to be rotated. Hold down Control. So we're going to come down here, around this flag, down through there, and then around that flag, and the back of that flag. Okay. Then what? Then we need a gate that's looks like its peg is kind of in line, and then another flag that's in line. So these are all kind of down the back straight, but aligned with each other by the looks of things. And that's pretty much in the middle of the track, that one. So that's going to be yeah. So if we put that at 0, which means that this needs to be pushed. This one needs to be pushed back a bit because that's not in the middle. That's off center, right? So let's get our gate, add it in. The orientation is already correct. Let's get in close here. Kind of needs to be like. A little bit of a dip in, and then moved it in about 2 meters, which is about right. You see here, 2 meters. In fact, I'll make it exactly 2. There we go. And then its position needs to be at 0. Back to 0. So that's now exactly in line with that start-finish flag. But this start-finish flag and this gate here, this start grid, needs to be pushed back a bit, like that. Here. In the X, it's got about 9 meters. Let's make that 10. Okay, I'll start with there. Okay, so in the diagram, we go around that gate, through that one there, which is in the middle, and that's about 50 meters. So if that's in the middle, and that's at 50, and the length of our track is 120, so all of this lot here needs to be pushed down a little bit. So select it all, this one down a bit. Let's just check. Oh, I've gone too far. 60-ish, yeah, that'll do. That's about right. So 60 from there to there, and then I can go another 60 this way for 120. Bit of an offset there, which is as per the diagram. And then what do I need? I need another flag that's out, offset, similar sort of distance, I guess. It looks a little, yeah, it looks about exactly the same distance. So let's just check this. So that one's distance is 44.6. Add ourselves a purple flag. In on this one. So it needs to be at 0. And 44 something, I think. So 44.6. That. And we also need a rotation on it, so hold down control and put 90 degrees rotation on there. Oh, I've gone too far. Okay, so we're going to come around that flag, and I can go out to 60 here, so let's just quickly look at the diagram again. So this flag here, in line with that one there, it's going to be out at this 60 mark. About a 2 meter gate, so it's going to be at 59, this particular gate, and looks to me like it's in line with that one. I don't know whether these are supposed to be in the middle, can't really tell from this perspective. Let's add our gate. We know it needs to be at about 59. Let's get in here. 59. Needs rotating. There's our rotation. And let's just have a look, see where the previous gate got put. So it was at 20. Let's move this one to 22. 20. There we go. Let's have a quick look at our gate directions here as well, because the reset points indicate direction. So we're going to be flying this way because the reset point is always ahead of whatever gate. And for flags, we don't really have a direction. And then this gate here, I can see the reset point is behind it, so that's in the correct direction. Then we're going to come around here, then we need to fly through this one, and this reset point is in the wrong direction. If we crashed here, we'd end up pointing back this way, so this one needs to go through 180 degree rotation. There we go, so that's now correct. Through there, around that side of that flag, through this gate here. And then I just need a flag here now, I believe, one more flag, yeah, one more flag, which looks to me like it's going to have to come in a bit, yeah, okay, so I'm going to need, what should we go with? An orange flag this time. Okay. And we'll rotate this 90 degrees up. Let's look at this from above. Right, so I'm having a bit of a problem with perspective here, so let's hit O. This puts me into an isometric camera. You can see what's going on. You can see that the rotation on that needs to go one more, that's it. one's not quite rotated right either. That one's right. That one's correct. Yeah, the rest of these are all fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then this one here. Let's look at the position on that. It's 59. Position on that needs to be out at 60. Like so. And then I need to go that way a bit, I think. So it was kind of around here, and then there was a sweep in like that. Yeah. So we just need to do the. Let's go back to isometric, not isometric, perspective view. So I need another invisible flag here because I want to do a fly around. So we're going to come through here, go around there, and then I need to go around and back through there. So we need our invisible gate again, an invisible flag here. Let's just rotate that to be 90 degrees the opposite way. And spin this into it. Okay, so that looks about right. So we're going to fly around here through that gap there, then around, and then for our invisible flag here we'll be flying through a gap this side, and then down through there. This is our start finish gate. Now, one of the issues we've got is that this is gate number 1, but it also needs to be the finish gate as well. It needs to be gate, whatever this one. Just work through these. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then there needs to be a gate 12 here. So I just need a finish gate really. Now, ideally what we want here is when the quad is flying through the finish gate, it needs to fly through the finish and then through the start again. So we'll use an invisible square here for our finish gate. If we just move it back here a bit, we can see it's in the right direction. And you want this to be just before the trigger for the start gate. So we want it to be close, but not too close. About there will do. That'll work. And then we need to make this a bit bigger, obviously, because it's not quite the right size. Press R for our resize. So we'll stretch this up. That's about right. And then the gate is about the right size. Tiny bit bigger. That will do. And then let's just bring it just this side of the gate so that it triggers before the start finish gate. Okay, so there we go. So that's the general layout of our track with all the gates in the right direction. We can just flick through here. So we've got gate 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're going to circle that flag, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. Obviously this is start finish. So anything left to do now is to put the cones on here. So I'm not going to bore you with laying down a million cones here. I'll put the cones in, and then we can try racing on the track. Actually, what I'll do is I'll save this now. So we'll save this, call this 3D Championship 2016. Yeah, so that's saved. Come out of here. Okay, so the next thing for us to do is to have a quick race around that track and just make sure it works okay. Okay, so here we are back in the track editor, and this time I've added in all the cones, as you can see along here, and they go all the way along the track and around, along the back there, through here, around here, and then back to the start again. Now, one of the things that I did in terms of changes to the track was that I put a bit more separation between the finish gate and the start gate here, as this was causing a triggering problem here, and it was not registering the start after you went through the finish gate because it was just a bit too close together. So that was one little fix that I did, and then the other thing I did was, I'll just zoom in over here, you can see I put some separation between the flag here and the invisible flag here. I've just separated those apart a little bit because I wanted a more definite separation between the triggering of the flag here when you come around this piece, and then the triggering of the invisible flag this side when you go around this piece. And by separating them apart, it gave it a more defined feel to it, whereas when they were right on top of each other you could get a double trigger if you flew very close to the flags, whereas this managed to separate that a bit more, so it enforces the flying around the flags a bit more by putting that separation in there. And that was it really. I used two colours of cones, so from the start grid I used blue leading into the start gate, and then when you're coming around to do the rest of the race it's all in purple cones. That was about it really. Apart from that there were no further changes, and I've placed a video online of me racing around this track to demonstrate it all working. So that's pretty much it, and I'll see you on the next video.